In our 40s, making more money isn't about working hard. It's about leverage, positioning, and monetizing your knowledge. In today's video, I'm going to share 20 profitable ways that you can start to earn more in your 40s without the burnout. My name is Victoria Honey, and I help high-achieving women just like you who are navigating perimenopause with their career, confidence, and earning capacity with the tools and resources they need to thrive through perimenopause. When it comes to our 40s, it's not a joke. All our work experiences do add to the intellectual asset that we bring to a company. When we are in our 20s, we are just learning. In our 30s, we are there to prove ourselves. But in our 40s, we have a lot to bring into the game. We know how to spot patterns. We know how to anticipate issues within a project. We know how to work with people. A lot of us have a lot of experiences with different projects. We know how to, think strategically ahead of time to know the outcome of a specific project. We have experience with failure. We have experience with success. We know how to work with complex situations. Some of us also have strong mature skills. We know how to lead a big team. We know how to work with a big team. We have developed strong emotional skills. We know how to work with company or industry politics. We know how to, work with different type of people. We can solve conflicts quite quick. We've worked with different types of capacity of a team. We know how to gather a team to the success of our project. We know how to motivate team. We know how to weed out the people that are draining the team. We know how to hire the right resources. So we have a lot of things that we're bringing into a company. Not to talk about the network capital that we have built over the years. Some of us have worked with lots and lots of former colleagues that we can reach out to if we need a problem. So we have industry contact that we've also built network with. We have a big network of people that are worth thousands and thousands of money for the people that we're working with. Some of us have frameworks in our brain that we can teach the company that we're working for, or we can advise, we can, be an advisor, we can teach, we can help improve the system of the company that we're working for or the company that we're going to. So there's a lot of things that we're bringing to the table that goes beyond just our hourly rate that we need to start to think about. We have discernment, we have wisdom, we have experiences. There's so much more that we can bring to the table that is worth a lot more money than what we're actually thinking about right now. So here are 20 profitable ways to increase your earning without the burnout. 1. Consultant in your industry. You likely have about 15 to 20 years of experience in the field that you are right now. So a lot of companies, they're willing to pay for insight, pattern recognition, and speed. They're not willing to pay for labor. They want somebody to bring their experiences to shift things. So about 15 years ago, before I started my coaching business, I was a consultant. I was made redundant at the time. After giving birth to my second kid, I came back 6 months after I was made redundant. I was told that my job was outsourced to India. So instead of me going back as a full-time, I knew that I have a lot of experience. I decided to create a small entity of my own business called, which was a consultant firm. So I went all across Europe, implementing processes within the testing field, implementing processes, starting teams, training teams, and then helping them to implement process to improve the quality of testing they're doing within their company. And that's what I did for a few years before I even started my coaching business. Without that specific business, I wouldn't have been able to have enough money to be able to start my own coaching business. But I was able to save a few capital during those years, and that allowed me to step into this coaching business and had, a bit of a pause for a few months. Sometimes I think even over a year and a half, I wasn't making a lot of money. But because I had my savings from my consulting business, I was able to take some time with my coaching business, implement the strategies that I need, learn, I expanded my knowledge, and got the clients afterwards. So without that business, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So maybe you have a lot more experience in your field. Maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're a project manager, maybe you're a test manager, maybe you're a business analyst, a functional analyst, whatever it is that you have, you can start to think of starting your own consultant business. You can start as a consultant and sell your expertise to companies. Instead of you having to go there and work full-time like a regular person, you can go out there and sell your experience as a consultant and work for them there. It's also a beautiful way to start your own business. Even though you're not selling coaching, you're also starting your services because you have to seek out clients that are going to be willing to hire you for a few months, for a few years to be able to offer that service. And you would also have to be paying your taxes during those times as well. So it is a business. It's just that you're a consultant in a specific industry. So it's such a beautiful way to increase your income. So if you're also thinking about increasing your earning with your own expertise in the field that you already are, I would like to invite you to start to think of starting your own consultant business and allowing yourself to start to be hired by other companies that are interested in your service and interested in your insight to help them grow their own business. 2, executive coaching or coaching generally. I mean, coaching is such a beautiful business that anyone can start as a side hustle, even if you have a full-time job. Coaching is not going anywhere. A lot of us have started, coaching by working with a coach, and then afterward, we realize that this is such a beautiful way to create transformation in someone else's life that we decided to start it as, our own business as well. Coaching business is something that you can do online, or you can also have your own, office as well. I started my own coaching business online. I never even had my own office, and the overhead is really, really low as well. So when I first started about a few years ago, 15 years ago, I started as a sexologist. And that was a business that I did for over 10 years. And then over time, I realized that the women that I'm working with, where they were talking about specific issues that were related to perimenopause. Then I pivoted my business to perimenopause wellness. I did that for a couple of years. It was so beautiful to do. I was able to do workshops in corporate. I was able to work with loads of women around that specific topic. Then I realized that when we're in our 40s, going into our 50s, money was a big topic around that we are trying to accumulate. And that's how I pivoted my business into working with women that are going through perimenopause, but increasing their capacity to be able to make more, working in their performance. Because if our performance are reduced or dipping, then our income will dip as well. So I'm helping them to increase their performance and of course have more self-trust and self-belief, increase their confidence so that they can make more money as well. So coaching business is such a beautiful business that you can start on the side. You don't have to have left your job, but you can work with it on the side, learn your craft a bit more, bring the experiences that you have from your old job, bring it to that coaching business as well. And then over time, you can start to transform from the old job that you have and move into your coaching business full time. I have been in my coaching business now for over 15 years, and it's been the best decision that I've ever made. I mean, I'm able to make more money doing what I love. I am able to create transformation. I'm able to help a lot of people online and offline as well. I've done workshops. I've done group coaching. I do one-on-one. I'm also I'm an advisor for executive leaders when it comes to perimenopause and helping them work with their clarity and their performance. So it's such a beautiful business to start as well. So I definitely would recommend that you can start to look at this, and that's a beautiful way to increase your earning capacity, especially if you're a woman in your 40s. 3, corporate training and workshop. You can turn your expertise into structured learning. There's so many workshops that you can start to do. I mean, some people are holding workshop in performance, communication mastery, midlife balance, career coaching. There's so many things that you can start to have a workshop on. And this is such a thing that you can do on the side as well with your full-time job. You can also start to do workshop with the company that you're already working for, especially if you know that you have some intellectual asset that you can teach and advise people within that company. When I first started my own business, I started to do workshop every other month. And that's how I was able to build brand awareness locally where I am. And because it's beautiful to start a business online, but I also wanted to be recognized locally as well, because I do a lot of corporate workshops and I wanted to be recognized. I wanted people to refer my business to other people within their company as well. And to do that, I had to start to build brand recognition beyond YouTube, beyond LinkedIn, and I started to do regular workshops. And that also allowed me to fine-tune my topic, understand what people are going through, and also be able to offer a service that was going to be able to help them solve a specific problem. So you can start small. You can start within your company. Maybe you do those for free, but eventually you want to start to charge for your offer, especially if you know that you have a lot of experience. It's such a beautiful way to start to earn an extra income with your full-time job, especially in your 40s. You don't have to burn out with this. Just use the knowledge that you already have, create a structured workshop, put it on the internet, advertise it in papers or in local Facebook, and then invite people to come over to those workshops, because these are beautiful ways for you to start to share your knowledge as well as build brand recognition. And from there, you might be able to pivot into your business full-time over time. 4, paid speaking gig. A lot of people have a lot of knowledge that they can start to package into an offer and start to speak in conferences, summit, in workshops, in people's company. I mean, it's such a beautiful way to make an extra income. This is different from, doing workshop or masterclass or things like that, because those are kind of like, they're paid gigs, but you don't get paid as a keynote speaker. I mean, I get paid as a keynote speaker in banks, in the big 5 companies, all over Europe. I get paid as a speaker around perimenopause. I go into corporate, I talk about perimenopause, how it impacts the performance at work, and what they need to do to support the women so that they can thrive through perimenopause. And I am hired as a keynote speaker within that company. So if you are somebody that is in IT, maybe you're an accountant or a lawyer, or you have some special skills that you can be paid for, I want to invite you to start to position yourself. Maybe you need to journal on your expertise and what is it that you can bring to the table, and then position yourself online, on LinkedIn especially. Position your content or your idea or your concept online so that people can recognize that you are an expert on that specific topic, and then you are open for hire, because a lot of people are open to hire people to speak on a specific topic. I mean, people are being hired to speak on AI, people are being hired to talk on, systems and processes or things like that. A lot of people are being hired as keynote speaker to talk on a specific topic as well. So you could be invited to speak on a specific topic. So how can you package your intellectual asset in a way that you can offer it as a speaking as a speaking topic to a specific company? What are the added value? How does it create an impact within the company? How does it increase their bottom line? It's hard to think about that way, because speaking is such a beautiful way to make more money. You don't have to pay for overhead for this. All you need to do is just position yourself quite well online. When you go to networking events, you talk about the type of speaking that you love to do, the type of topic that you like to speak on, and ask them to refer you to their company or to their colleague, or ask them to invite you to their company. Whatever it is that you have, just ask them to invite you, because a lot of us, we go to networking event and we just position ourselves as an employee, but we need to start to think a little bit outside the box and start to position ourselves as a specific expert on a specific topic, so that people can invite you to speak on those topics as well. And it's also important that you let them know that you are open to be hired, to be to be hired as a keynote speaker, not just somebody that is just there to work, but to be hired as a keynote speaker, because there's a difference between being hired to work on a specific topic than being hired to speak on a specific topic as well. So it's so important that you do that, and that would be a beautiful way for you to also increase your earning capacity. 5, create high-end ticket. High-end ticket is not only for those that are in businesses like me. I mean, if you have a full-time job and you want to increase your earning capacity, I would definitely recommend that you put your experience into a container and start to offer it some way or the other. It could be on LinkedIn, it could be online. Start to think of how you can offer this as a service. Start to think of how you can offer your experience as a service. And when we're talking about creating a high-end ticket, we're talking about taking one person from A to B within a certain period of time. When I first started my coaching business, I used to do a lot of hourly coaching. And I mean, there's so many hours in a day. I mean, how much money can I earn by just doing hourly rate? But when I first started, I just wanted to build my muscle around having a coaching business. So I did that for a few months doing hourly rate. I think I would be doing maybe about 6 to 7 coaching clients a day. And there's so much money I can make. And I remember I was feeling burnt out. After that, I decided to create a 3-month package, A to B. My client was able to go from A to B within a certain amount of time. So you create an offer where you make a promise to be able to deliver a certain service for a specific person. I mean, to get the result within that container, the client has to be willing to take the action. That's why for me, I don't necessarily promise result, but I do promise to deliver a specific service to a person. I deliver on my promise as well. So create a package where you are able to take somebody from A to Z and be able to charge for that service. There's always going to be an exchange. That's why we create high-end ticket. So if maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're a lawyer, whatever it is, maybe you're a coach just like me, start to think of how you can package your experience in a way that you can add value to someone else's life. Maybe you're a transformational coach. Maybe you're creating transformation. Maybe you're helping someone increase their bottom line. Maybe you're helping someone lose weight. Maybe you're helping someone to find a job or build more confidence. Start to create a system around it. What do they need to do on day 1? What do they need to do second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step, till they're able to get to the end? That's what a package is. It's about creating a high-end package that allows somebody to be able to take certain action to be able to get a result. So what can you do to be able to put into a package to help someone get a result, and then you can charge? Because this is such a beautiful way to also increase your earning capacity with a full-time job without having to stress about not being able to deliver. Because I mean, it's good to be able to do this without a full-time job, because there's so much packages that you can do. But if you do have a full-time job, maybe you can sell 1 or 2 of those packages, and then over time you can start to have a better understanding of what it is that you can sell, and eventually you might be able to leave your full-time job later. But the idea here is to start to think of how you can package your intellectual asset to be able to get results for someone and be able to put a value and financial monetary value on that offer, so that you can make more money within a short period of time. 6, sell digital courses. I mean, digital courses are such a booming business right now. A lot of people are selling digital courses online. If you feel like you can package your knowledge into a digital course, I would definitely recommend that you do that. Please be aware of ChatGPT, because a lot of people are, copying things on ChatGPT and they're not delivering value to people. So I would recommend that if you're going to create, a course, that you bring a different edge to it. I would recommend that you bring in community to it. Maybe you can bring in one-on-one calls to those offers so that you're more engaging with the people, because people are more into community right now than just digital offer. I mean, digital offers are selling well, but you can't sell them as a high-end ticket anymore. It doesn't sell as well. Most people sell their digital offers maybe for, I don't know, $20. I don't have a digital offer, but people sell them for $20, maybe $50. That's how much people are able to make. But still, if you have a big audience, and if you sell maybe, I don't know, 50 of those a day, those are recurring income that you can make without having to be available for that. So it's such a beautiful way to make money while you sleep, while you're working, while you're doing your day-to-day life without having to worry about it. So if you feel that there's something special that you can bring to the container, that you can bring to a table, that you can bring to someone's life, you can start to think of creating digital offers. 7, launch a paid mastermind. If you feel like you have a big community, you can always launch a mastermind. People are willing to pay for your community. They're willing to pay for your network. So if you feel like you have a big network of people that can influence the bottom line of someone, or influence the business of someone, or influence the life of someone, and you feel like you want to sell that connection, then you can create a membership. I love membership. I have joined a lot of membership just for the influence of the people that are within that company, within that container. I'm willing to do that because community people, they're the ones that create impact in our life. If I want to grow up my business, I can't do it alone. I need people to be able to see what I'm doing. I need them to refer my business to other people. I need them to work with me. I need them to talk about me. So I'm willing to pay for community as well. So if you feel like you have a big network, an influential network, maybe you can start to create community. You can start to create a membership community. Maybe you can travel with your community. Maybe you can have an online community. You can have a YouTube community. You can have a Substack. You can have a community on there as well. You can have a community on school. I mean, there's so many beautiful ways that you can have a community as well. So if you feel like you have knowledge that you want to share, you have network that you want to share, but you feel like you want to bring it in dose, network membership sites are a beautiful way to be able to build that. And you can use that to create an extra stream of income to increase your earning capacity. 8, start a YouTube channel. I mean, I'm on the beginning of this phase right now, and I'm here to, put my intellectual asset online so that I can, of course, make money with AdSense. But the main focus was to build an audience so that I can actually fill up my high-end ticket offer. So you can start a YouTube channel and start to put your intellectual asset out there. Some people are able to, talk about money. Some people are able to talk about science. Some people are able to talk about retirement. Some people are talking about YouTube. The topics on YouTube is just very diverse. So you can start your own channel and start to talk on a specific topic. And when you come on there, you're there to build trust. You're there to build an audience. You're there to build a community. You're there to build awareness around your specific topic. And then when you start to grow your audience, you can start to funnel them in to a paid offer or a free offer, whatever it is, you can funnel them in to make an extra stream of income as well. As I said, with a YouTube channel, you can make money with AdSense as well. People are making great money with AdSense. I mean, I've had people make great money. I've had people make less money. But even though I am planning to make money with my AdSense, my main focus is to build the funnel into my own coaching business so that I can fill up my high-end ticket as well. So come on YouTube, start a YouTube channel, put your knowledge out there, put your intellectual asset on that plate, build trust, build a community, and over time, you're going to start to be able to transfer that asset that you have into earning. 9, you can write a book. You can be an author. A lot of people are creating ebooks and putting them on Amazon these days. If you feel like you have some knowledge, you can write an ebook and put it on Amazon and have that sell on Amazon. And also a big twist to this is you can also have them funnel into your coaching business or your business. You can funnel them in, ask them to opt into your email list, and then you can start to email them regularly. Eventually, you can start to sell your high ticket off. 12, move companies for a pay jump. Oh yes, this is the best advice that I can give anyone that has been on a job for so long and notice that the pay rise that they're getting is just maybe about 1 or 2%. If you notice that you have the goods to give a specific company, you're trying to give your company, but they're not allowing you to grow within the company, or maybe there's no position for you to move to be able to use those skills, then I'd like to invite you to now go and get your dusty CV and readjust your CV and make sure that it has those new skills and go ahead and apply for a new job in a company that is willing to pay you the best salary. So important, because some of us, we will never get the pay rise or the pay grade that we want at the job that we are, and that's okay. That's fine. But I'd like to invite you to believe in yourself enough to be able to go on LinkedIn or go on Monster.u or Monster or go on job serve and look for the jobs that you know that you are capable on delivering on, or you are capable in learning and expanding into, but you desire that pay grade. Go on there and apply for those jobs, get ready for the interview, and get yourself ready for a new pay rise. Because sometimes the best way that we can have a pay jump is to change companies and sell ourselves at that specific company as well. So I want to invite you to go out there and buckle yourself up, redo your CV, and go out there and apply for the job and let yourself jump into the pay grade that you truly desire. 13, move into revenue generating roles. Mostly these are sales roles where you make money on the commission. You make money on the sales that you make. So it's probably a commission role. So those are beautiful roles to get into as well. So if you feel like you have the experience to get into those particular roles, then I'll invite you to get into the revenue generating role. You can be a salesperson. You can be, what is this one called? Not a program manager, but somebody that helps people get more clients into their business as well. It's all sales roles, so these are important roles as well. But maybe you can get into those, especially if you have some skill, or you feel like you can bring your knowledge of negotiating. You can bring this to a specific company. Then I invite you to apply for those income generating roles, because it's such a beautiful way to create, like insurance. They're beautiful roles. Yeah, insurance companies, they always pay people for commission as well. Those are beautiful ones as well. So anything that you can make a commission on the sale, those are beautiful ways to increase your income. You can be an angel investor. Such a beautiful way as well. I like to be an angel investor. I invest in small companies and then I get commission from their sales. I'm, a chairman within those companies. I give advice, and then I don't have to work so much. Most of the time, I just meet those companies one or twice a year, but I'm getting paid for the profit. I'm getting paid for my expertise. I'm getting paid for my experiences as well. So maybe you can start to be an angel investor. You can be in the boardroom of a specific company, because you are getting paid not for being there full time. You're being invited a couple of times a year to be able to share your expertise, to be able to see gaps, to predict outcome, to see patterns, to share your insight, your wisdom. That's what you're there for. And your intellectual asset is such a powerful thing to make money on. So I like to invite you to look at opportunities that allows you to be an angel investor, or also be on the board of governor within that company as well. 15, I like to invite you to start to invest. It's so important. You can't be in your 40s and not learn how to invest. So start to invest in stocks, EFT, crypto. Start to learn how to invest, even if it's just a portion of your salary. That's what I tend to do. I put a portion of my salary into my investment portfolio, and that just grows some income as well. So you need to start to think of extra ways that you can start to make more money, and investment is such a beautiful way. So start to invest in stock and start to get more dividend, or reinvest your dividend, and start to invest in EFT and crypto. I mean, you need to learn how to do this. There's so many things online that you can use to learn. I'm in this female invest group. It's an online membership site that I am a member of, and they teach me how to invest, and I learn from them a lot, and they give us some ideas of what stock to invest in. And I invest about 1,000, sometimes even more a month in my portfolio, and that allows me to grow my stock. And over time, the money that is compounding in there, I don't touch it. So it compounds and it grows. And I know that when I start to get into my 50s, I'm going to be 50s now, when I'm getting into my 60s, that money is going to double. And I don't have to do much to be able to grow that money as well. You can also put money in a savings account that have a high yielding interest, instead of just investing money in your local bank account. Just start to think of other ways that you can put money in a savings account that can also help you grow. I think there's Revolut, there's Wise, there's lots of things. I mean, I'm using Revolut and Wise. I use their savings account. I put money in my savings account in there, and that also helps me to generate more income as well. So it's so important that we're wise with our money, instead of us just spending all our money, or leaving our money in our current account, or leaving our money in our local savings account, or local bank account. It's important that we start to let our money work for us. This is the time for us to let our money work for us, make more money for us, instead of us having to work for money ourselves. 16, rental property or co-investing. This is also a beautiful one that you can get involved in, where you don't have to have all the capital to buy a specific house. You can put some money with a friend, and then you can rent a specific place. Such a beautiful way. Sometimes we, what I've also got involved in myself is, I don't necessarily have the home myself, but we rented it, we refurbished it, and then we rented it to other people to be able to use. And all we have an agreement with the homeowner of how much we're going to pay them, and then we now, furnish the place up, and then we rent it out every month. So that's such a beautiful business that you can have. You can have it in Europe, you can have it wherever it is that you live, but it's important that you check it out with a lawyer. It's so important that you check it out with a lawyer and have a written contract with you and the person that you want to rent with, because you're not living in the place, you're renting it out. So it's important that you have a written contract between you and them. And then when you're ready to refurbish, you refurbish it, and then you put it on the internet and have it rented out as well. So you can make extra income on someone else's property. Such a beautiful way to make more money. 17, freelance at a premium rate. That's a beautiful one that you can do. You know, when I was talking about starting a consultant business a while back, I was literally just freelancing. Actually, I was freelancing my scale. So you can freelance as an HR person, you can freelance an IT person, you can freelance as a legal project manager, you can freelance your survey, and it's such a beautiful way to make more money. You can also freelance on other on other topics, like you can be a video editor, you can freelance as a website designer, you can freelance an AI person, you can freelance on any specific topic as well. So it's such a beautiful way to make an extra income. You don't need to have to start an entity for that particular business. You can just put yourself, of course, on the internet, on social media, on LinkedIn, and offer your service as a freelance provider. And then when someone reach out to you, you offer it maybe within, sometimes you can freelance for a few weeks, sometimes you can freelance your service for a year, sometimes for 2 years, but you are having an exchange for your service. So if you feel like you have an expertise on a specific skill, and you feel like you can bring that knowledge to a specific company, you can bring that too. What I noticed with freelance is, of course, people hire freelance because they don't have to pay a salary for it, and they know that there's an end date for it. Whereas when you have a permanent staff, they are there permanently. So freelance are like, you can charge on a higher margin for that because they know that maybe you're there for 6 months or you're there for a year. So there is a benefit between you and the corporate industry. I mean, it's beneficial for them to be able to hire us at that high margin as well. So start to think of doing that. I mean, I guess when you have a full-time job, you can't be a freelance because you're already working a full-time job. But if you're not working a freelance job, or you know that you still want to bring your intellectual asset of whatever it is that you're doing as a full-time job, you can use it as a freelance business as well. Because sometimes, like for me, as I said, I was a coach, but I wasn't making money as a coach when I first started. It was difficult for me to gain momentum. I had to build confidence, I had to build my network or things like that. So I started my consulting or freelance business in the IT industry, and I was able to offer my service with that. And that's how I was able to, sponsor my lifestyle, sponsor the business. And then I did that for a few years. And then from there, I transitioned into my full-time business as well. So such a beautiful way to make more money. So maybe you can freelance, during the weekend. Maybe you can, quit your job if you have the courage to do it and start a freelance business, because then you can really kick up the margin a little bit and make more money. 18, retainer-based consultant. So if you are already consultant, you can have yourself on a retainer base where you are not in the company, you're not going there often, but they're still paying you for your services. I mean, I work as a perimenopause consultant for corporate industry. So I don't go there often, because when I first started, I was working for them. Maybe I'll do a 6-month package where I'll implement menopausal strategy within the company so that they can bring more awareness to perimenopause and menopause within the company. So I was, helping them with their website, bringing more awareness, doing workshop for managers, workshop for directors, workshop with HR, initiating menopausal champion, things like that. So it takes some time to be able to launch that. And over time, after I've launched the package, they will just put me on a retainer. They'll put me on a retainer for 6 months, where every month I might just come in where their staff can come and speak to me directly about their perimenopausal symptoms and how they can navigate it at their work, and how they can navigate it with HR. So I was going there frequently, maybe once a month, just to deal with that. And for them to have me at that time, they had to put me on a retainer-based package. So if you are a consultant like me, or freelance like me, or coach, whatever it is, you can start to negotiate retainer-based. So instead of you having to end the contract and just leave it to them, then you can start to say, you need someone to support you. If you want ongoing support, then you can have me once a month come in, and then you tell them your rate as well. Such a beautiful way to create recurring income. I've been able to have a couple of recurring income or retainer-based income here where I'm based for the companies that I've worked with. Some of them had me for a year, some of them had me for 3 months, some of them had me for 6 months. It really depends on the company and the budget that they have and the capacity of the work that they feel they might need you for as well. So this is also a beautiful way to create consistent income. I mean, you always want to think of money working for you. You want to have recurring income. I mean, that's what the salary is about. It's about creating recurring income. They know that every end of the month, a specific money will be coming in. And if you're a business owner like me, you need to start to think of that as well. Apart from us having passive income from our digital product or our online membership, this is also quite useful. I mean, I don't have a digital product, I don't have a membership, but I want to have recurring income. So I started to think of ways I can do that. So I started to offer it to companies savings as well. So this is a beautiful way for me to have a big kick on my income every month, where I know that I'm expecting a certain amount of money coming in from a specific company, and of course I need to deliver on that service as well. So this is such a beautiful way to increase your earning capacity, especially if you're a consultant or you're a freelance and you know that your work is not necessarily done there, but they don't need to have you full time or 9 to 5 every day in a company to be able to deliver on your services. 19, launch a niche based company or launch a niche based service. So this could be an idea where you launch a branding strategy service to a specific company. There's a lot of those here where I'm living. Or you can be a LinkedIn expert, or you can be another thing, HR. You're launching a service as a HR business that you're offering services to HR. That's a beautiful one too. You can have an accounting company where you're having your service to other people as well. So these are niche-based services that you can offer or you can create and start to make an extra stream of income as well. 20, launch your own coaching business. I think I might have mentioned this earlier. The coaching business is not going anywhere. Everybody wants coaching. We all want coaching. I love coaching. I wouldn't have been where I'm at if I didn't work with a coach. There's so many industries that you can step into, so many niche that you can step into. We have executive coaching, leadership coaching. You can have a business coach. You can be a branding coach. You can be a relationship coach. I'm a wellness specialist myself. There's so much in that industry. There's so many people. We have billions of people that needs coaching. And coaching is always about helping people set goals and helping them to achieve their goals within a certain amount of time, really empowering them with the tools and resources they need to be able to get to where they're going. That's what coaching is about. So you can get into coaching, start your own coaching. I would definitely recommend to everyone to start to look online onto certification on a specific topic that truly, truly lights you up and get certified on a specific topic. You don't have to leave your job to be able to start a coaching business. You don't have to have an office to be able to start your coaching business. You can literally just start your coaching business online, which is what I did. I started my coaching business online, and now I'm YouTube sharing my experiences around my coaching business as well. So you can always start your coaching business online. You can always start it. I wouldn't say it's quick. You need to get the knowledge, you need to practice a bit, but eventually you can launch your business. So I would always invite you to start a coaching business because it's a beautiful way to to increase your earning capacity, especially if you're in your 40s. So if this video resonates and you're a high achieving woman in your 40s who desire to increase their earning capacity without the burnout, then I'd like to invite you to subscribe. On this channel, I do daily videos on helping you to increase your earning capacity, also to increase your hormonal intelligence, increase your performance, as well as to create sustainable wealth in your 40s. I just love to geek on topics like this. And I know that this topic interests you as well. So if it does interest you, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. Also, don't forget to watch any of these other videos that might interest you. They're all videos that helps you to learn strategies that you can use to increase your earning capacities in your 40s. So I can't wait for you to subscribe and see you on my next video.